Hello, Akku here again. Welcome back to my Resonant Rise Let's Play. I've been doing some work on my base and I thought I'd start from out here. I've had a couple of cages. I made one of these the other day and I like the look of them, so I've been throwing them around all over the place. I made some cages using factory blocks, iron bars and carpenter's blocks, of course. Let's get out of my boat. I'm not going to go near the pier this time. I do need to change underneath that pier, make it look a bit nicer. I'm going to use factory blocks. As you can see, I've started using factory blocks and stuff. I did have a sheep in there, but the blood moon spawned a mob that was lightning striking me, and it lightning struck the sheep, poor guy. So my sheep is dead. I'll have to get another one. And I think Sice had spent time naming him as well. He was called Halpham Trapped. So, as you know, well, you may not know, I'm going to put a pirate ship here. So this is like a little docking yard, if you will, storage kind of docking thing. So, I think I've explained it already. But I'm going to have buildings around the edge. I'm going to have a bridge across there. I have a building up here, building on top, building over there, and I have a little beach house down over there. And I'm going to link it all with trains. We haven't got railcraft, so I'm going to see how good I am with vanilla rail. There is something. There is added by Manufacturer Reloaded. We've got a passenger pick up and drop off, so I should be able to do something automated, I think. So there we go. Anyway, I just want to show you upstairs. I have been into the Nether after last episode. What's changing here? Oh, I've got this working. I was going to do it nice and simple. I'm not sure if I had what I had set wrong, but it's working now. I've got it nice and simple. I'll talk you through it really quick. I've got the variables, so you can have a for each. The for each uses the variable. It checks that there's... What does it check? It checks that there's... It checks if there's stone, living rock over there. And if there is living rock over there, it puts it into the chest, into the barrel. That barrel there. And then it checks over there, see if there's living rock, and if there isn't, so that's the conditional that says if it's false, if there's no living rock there, then it takes a smooth stone from this barrel and puts them on top of there. So it's really nice and simple, and you can see by looking at the whaler there, I've got a full barrel of living rock, which is nice. Once I get a tree farm, I'll do the same for living wood. I'm just going to have them separate rather than having on the same thing, because that can just stay there, and if I take any out, it just replace them. Cool, so all I did was I dollied my barrel from over here and just swapped it, so I've got a full barrel of stone there and a pretty much full one now as well. Now that's all I've done down here. Yeah, I went to the Nether. I found a Nether fortress. See, the arrow told me where there was a Nether fortress. So if we look and zoom out a bit, so my base is around here. Portals. There we go. My base is around here. I went right across there, and then there's a fortress down there, as you can see. So I've got a path that runs pretty much straight right across, and then across to there. So I can get blaze rods, which I'm going to be using in this episode. I've put a little to-do list there, which we'll get to in a minute. Done a little bit of Foundcraft off camera. I've done some research. Now the research I've done is, I've done the node tapping stuff in the research mastery. I have done the Great Wood 1 core and the Gold 1 caps. Done nothing in alchemy. I've done goggles revealing and enchanted fabric. So what that let me do was make a set of robes, because when you're wearing the robes you've got V discount, of course, so it makes things a little bit cheaper to start with. And as you can see, I've combined my helmet with goggles revealing, so that's got goggles revealing in it as well. So my helmet there is now a Manastilla helmet of revealing, which is pretty cool. I've made a gold banded Great Wood one because the iron ones are rubbish. So the iron capped one can do 25, but it can also break nodes. The gold one does not break nodes, so that can carry 50 of each element. There we go. And I made this thing as well. It's called a deconstruction table. Throw things in there, it breaks them down into the primal aspects. You get a chance. Things like rotten flesh have a higher chance. But there you go, I've just got an air aspect. So that boosts the amount of research you have for the aspects you've got for doing research. So that's pretty useful. Put a couple of bookcases around and some water crystal clusters to try and get more of these little star symbols. That means they regen on their own when you get them down to 0. But as you can see, there's not many with star symbols on, so maybe I haven't got stuff close enough. So that's all I've done with Thaumcraft. I won't be doing any Thaumcraft in this episode, I don't think. And over here, I think you've seen the barrels. So nothing's really happened over here. As you can see, I've moved the blood altar. Right. Let's look at what we're doing today. So I want to get on with enchanting my gear. Now I want to actually do it with Botania. But first of all, I want an enchanting thing from Ender.io, which is going to let me make enchanting books. Then we can use the Botania enchanting to enchant stuff, and we keep the books. So I'll use mana to enchant. I need to start upping my mana production. And you actually keep the books, so you only need one of each book. So I usually do bibliocraft copy books, but we'll have to do that. I also want to do a little bit of blood magic. I want to self-sacrifice runes onto my altar. I want to make a projectile spell. Ooh. I want to make a projectile spell because I'm not carrying a bow. Right, so that's on there. And then after that, I want to make a zombie generator. And for that, we need a thing called a vat. So I want to have to make a vat as well. What that can do, that's going to start using some of my organic materials to start creating power, because this really ain't keeping up. I don't want to upgrade these survivalist generators. So what we're going to start with really quick is something I always do, and I'm just doing it really quick in case you've never seen it before. We want 4 of them, 4 of them, 2 of them. I want a diamond on this because I'm on a server. I've got no bloody obsidian. Got no obsidian. Back in a tick. Okay then, not very professional of me. I should have probably restarted the episode, but you know, I'll just leave it. I'll leave that little derp in there for you. Right, so I've got myself some obsidian. I'm going to need some later on as well. So I'll put the rest in there for now, and you can go in there. You can go in there, and I'm just binning that stuff for now because yeah. My lighting, by the way, is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Take a carpenter's block. This is new to carpenter's blocks. Take a carpenter's block and take a piece of glowstone. Shift right click, and the carpenter's block becomes a light source. So all my floors have got carpenter's block light sources in, so then you can put any block on top of that. Any block that a carpenter's block can take anyway, it can then go on top of that. So you can see I've got on my carpenter's block there. So I've got no torches anywhere, which I think is really cool. This is meant to look like a crane, by the way. I don't know if the chain is meant to like go through there and be holding the cages up. I don't know if that's obvious or not. Anyway, yeah, lighting really nice. I'm really happy with it. I've got them all over the place, to be honest. So it's 1 glowstone per light, which is also nice. It's a bit like the painted blocks from the painted glowstone from Ender.io, but that takes a block of glowstone dust. This just takes a single dust. So that's very nice. Right. So what was we making? We're making a good old ender chest. Yeah. Ender chest, really cool. It's really a solid mod, isn't it? The ender storage. It adds ender chests and ender pouches. Because I'm on a server, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a diamond, and I'm going to add a diamond to this, because that makes it unique to me then. So if anyone else has a triple white ender chest, which is very likely because most people make the first ender chest using white wool. So if we're looking, I might even see something in there. No, I don't see anything in there, so maybe no one's got one yet. If you click on the hasp with a diamond, if I open it now, you'll see that it's actually the builder's chest. So if anyone else makes a triple white chest, then they don't get into this one. This is just my own ender chest. Cool. So that's the first little bit, and then the second bit is similar recipe. We're using leather instead of obsidian, and using blaze powder instead of blaze dust. We get an ender pouch. Cool, and that's just triple white. What we can do with this is, if we shift click it on here, you see now it's got a little diamond symbol on the button there. That means this is now linked to that chest. Sweet. So what I can do is I can carry all my stuff in there, and if I was to die, to be honest, with the gravestones, if I was to die I won't lose anything anyway, but if I was to die, then if they ever fall into the void or something like that, which I have done before, so it's a very real possibility. A couple of people on at the minute, by the way. There's Godnero and Liara. Godnero, I believe, is one of the mod pack devs. He's the guy who puts this wonderful pack together. Oh, there we go. This man's obsidian, by the way. So if you want an early game way of getting obsidian, all you need is a mana pool. That's just 3 iron ingots thrown into mana, and that's just 4 bits of living wood. So you'd have to use diamonds to get obsidian, which is pretty nice. Okay, so that's our first little job done. Ender chest and ender pouch done. I'm going to make an ender arrow enchanter next, and I've got nothing ready for this, so I might have messed up here as well. I need some dark steel, a book. Okay, I've looted a bit of dark steel. Have I got 4? I probably haven't. Got 3, as if. So for dark steel, you need a coal powder. What do you need? Coal powder, an obsidian, and iron ingots. That means I'm going to be an obsidian short for doing the Botania Enchanter. Everything is against me. Bloody obsidian. I'm only not mining it because it's so slow to mine it at the minute. It's just painful. Right, let's just turn that into alloy mode. Iron, coal powder, obsidian. Where you gone? Oh, there we go. That's going to make me up the 4th one of them that I need. So was it 2 diamonds and a book? 2 diamonds and a book. The little castle over there had a load of bookshelves in it, bookcases. So I pinched them. So I'm still trying to craft in my inventory. So that's that. While that's cooking, what should we do? I don't want to go too far just yet, so I don't want to confuse what's going on, so we'll just have to wait for this. Come on. Oh, so close. Where you gone? There we go. 1 dark steel. It's gone wrong. Wrong pattern. There we go. Gets us an enchanter. This is a wonderful piece of kit, this. Really like this. I am going to place that. I'm just going to go live there. What we can do with this, we can make books and quills. So I need diamonds and I need feathers and ink. And what you can do is you can actually create books for different things. Now these are more expensive than on the Direwolf 20 pack I play. I've noticed the protection, I believe, is just 1 dark steel ingot per. So you only need 4, whereas this, for protection 4, you need a full stack of that dark steel that I just made, so I'm going to need a stack of obsidian. So it's expensive. It's not a real cheap way of getting stuff. But once I've got this book once, then I'm not going to need it again, so I don't actually mind. But as you can see, we can get all kinds of stuff. Sharpness, I'm interested in getting. In fact, shall I go with sharpness now for my sword? Of course, I'm going to want something that makes it quick. Efficiency, that's the one. So that's redstone. Silk touch there for just a slime ball and 30 levels. Unbreaking, more obsidian, fortune, emeralds. So fortune 3 is going to take me 12 emeralds, which is quite expensive. I've been finding some emeralds out in the world. I've got 14. It's possibly a worthy cause. So that's actually going to take me a while to sort out, innit, getting all that stuff. So I'm actually going to move on to something else for the episode for now. But we've got an enchanter made, and I know what I need to be going at. I'll tell you what, let me get some nether quartz. 12, how much? It's not enough. I need 60, don't I? I believe I need 60 for... Yeah, 60. So I've not got enough nether quartz. Again, everything's conspiring against me. That's what you get for planning your episodes out. So, I'm not going to go into nether just yet. I want to do this bit and this bit before we move into the nether. So we'll come back to this. So, I have been doing stuff with blood magic. Not been doing a lot, but I've made a room. And because this is a smuggler's cove, there's going to be places where you can hide contraband, and that's what we've got here. Look at that. We've got a little hidden warehouse. These I'll be changing to the silent shrouded obsidian plates at some point. Shrouded silent, so you can't see them, but for that I need more obsidian, of course. So what we've got on here is I've got my blood altar. It's the right size to go up to a tier 5. And what we've also got is, I've got a captive witch. I wanted to see, just for my own peace of mind, if you hurt a mob near this, does it get blood in? And it doesn't. You can only get blood in this by killing mobs. I don't want to kill that guy. I caught a normal witch, a vanilla witch in a safari net, in a jailer safari net. When it came back out, it was a boss one. So I've got a captive boss witch there. So she's just going to sit there and watch the goings on until we get a well of suffering, and then she'll be part of the LP. So what I've made here is, I've been nice and slow. I have made 8 of these guys. So I just want to show you really quick what we're doing here. If you look at how much blood is in my altar there, see 0, 8, 100. One click of the knife, as you've seen before. Makes it 2, 8, 300. So you're going to get 200 points per. So what we'll do is want to make some sacrifice runes. For that you need these reinforced slates, which is the tier 2 slate in the altar. So tier 1 slate takes 1,000 blood, 1,000 LP. This one takes 2,000, so 3,000 in total. So for 8 of them I needed 24,000, so 2.5 altars full, if you will. I've made 8 of these guys. What we can do with that is I went up there for a reason. I went up there to get my orb. I forgot to get my orb. Come here, we need you. What we can do with this is we get some smooth stone. Now I actually only need to make 4 of these at the minute because only 4 of these are going to be active. So I could have done this with just 12,000 LP and just 4 of these things. You're wrong. I think this is, it needs something else, doesn't it? It needs glowstone dust. It needs glowstone dust, I'm sure of it. There we go, runes of self-sacrifice. So I say we could do this with 4, but seeing as I've got it here, I've made 8. I'm going to make. Oh no, I've made enough for 4. I'm talking balls. I'm talking balls. Need you, come back here. So if we come back up here now, and I think it's these 4 I change. Oh, there is a torch left in my base. There's one under there that I forgot to change. So if we swap these for these guys, now I'm not sure. It used to be one way. It used to be the corners, and then it went to the middle. Or it used to be the middle and went to the corners. So we'll see in a minute which way it is now, because I always forget. So now that should still be 8,300, and it is. If we do this now, and let the blood drain out the altar, we should have 8580. So see, it's an extra 80 for them 4. So these start increasing the amount of blood you get. As your altar gets bigger and bigger, they are going to be increased to the point where you can get blood a lot quicker than if you have not got any of them runes. So there we go, that's our first upgrade. What I'm going to do off camera between this episode and the next is I'm going to make another. So I need 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23. I need another 24 of these to take this to a tier 3 altar. And that's our next step with that. For that, I'm going to automate the manufacture of the stones. And for that, we're going to want a couple of translocators. Let's get them made while we're here. Translocators. So I need a piston. I need 2 pistons. Have I got any pistons made? No. Right, let me get these made. I'll be back. Okay then, here we are. I've had a bit of a nightmare since you've been gone. I went to get some more nether quartz to do this enchanting thing. I've since decided that I'll probably best do my pick first, and that's emeralds and redstone and obsidian for the. How many obsidian is it from breaking? I want unbreaking on there as well, aren't I? Oh, it's just 1 each, so that should just be 3 obsidian, so that should be alright. So what I'm going to make them books in a minute, but like I said, I'm just going to automate the making of the slates. So there we go, we've got 2 item translocators, 1, 2, and we're also going to have to use one of my diamonds. I've been and got a couple more. I'm going to run out of diamonds in a minute, because I'm going to use all 6 of them. We need a diamond nugget. It's a bit of a shame, because we generally only use 1 or 2 of these, but Yeah, there's a diamond nugget. So what we can do now, if we come up here, you see my health's just regenerating because I have filled up my network here. Really simple way to automate this. Don't really work yet because I have to stand here anyway and keep using the knife on myself because it's not going to keep up. I may have to get some kind of regen going as well pretty soon. Just shut that in case any mobs out there. So what you do, you put the translocators there, and there, and there. Just don't stand in the way of them. And what you want to do is you want to put your diamond nugget on one of the ones that's touching the altar. Now what you can do is I've already got some stone in here. I like using the strong box because you can chuck all the stuff in the strong box and break it and it'll keep all the stuff in, so you can just move it to one side out of the way. So I use a strong box from Thermal Expansion for this. What I want to do, I want to tell this to only allow one stone in at a time. Then I can go back in there and we can turn that on. What's going to happen now is when I pull this out, it's just going to put one stone in. Otherwise it'd put all of them in. What you can also do is when you've got this automated, you can put your blood orb back in there. And you can put it in afterwards in the chest here. It'll tick all them and then it'll put your blood orb back in. What we want to do on this side is we want to use a filter. If we put in slate, because chicken bones is very clever. You can just drag an item from here and put it there. That's not a real item. You can just drag an item from any eye and it puts it in there, so that'll only let filters, that'll only bring out reinforced slates. So there we go, and that'll have taken 3000 LP off me because, so that takes 1000 to get to there. Then it'll pause for a little while, so you've got time to tick out if you want, and then it'll carry on and turn into a tier 2. So oops. You see there we're down to 4. So really there's only enough left. There we go. So that'll have been 6. So there's only really enough left for one more. So until I either get regen, so I can do this a bit more automated myself, by getting blood into my altar quicker. Because I've got these 4 runes, it's a little bit quicker, but it's not really quick, you know. 6, 7, 8, and 10. We'll give it 10. So just boosted that up a little bit, and what's going to happen is I've turned that off so it's not going to bring another one in. But what I'll do is I'll put them back up there and I'll just manually put my orb back in for now. So there we go, there's that bit. Now the other thing I want to do from Blood Magic is I want to make a projectile spell. I've got some of the bits ready for it over there. This has cost me another diamond as well. I've actually been down in the well looking for more diamonds because I was going to run out, and we'll get to that bit in a minute. The first thing we need to do is we need to make we need our orb for this. We need to make what's called a spell table. I say because I'm doing things magic-y, I'm not going to bother with using a bow, but I do want a ranged attack. So what I should have in here is, there's all the bits we need for a spell table. Smooth stone, 3 red wool, and one of them blood runes that I took out of the altar, because I upgraded it to a sacrifice rune here. So that's going to get this guy, spell table. What we want to do with this is, what you have to do with this, you have to put this next to an altar. So I made another altar. Our spell table goes on it. Now depending on what goes on top of the spell table, just depends on, it'll let you do different kind of spell. So a skeleton is, let me remember which way this is round again. Skeleton is a ranged attack. Wither is a melee attack with a skull. A zombie is an AoE, I think, and a creeper is an environment. I think that's right. Well, there we go. That's what you do. You get them, and what you do on this side is you put in a thing that affects that range. So we've got a ranged attack, and I want a glowstone dust, which makes it a ranged attack that does damage. If that was a wither skull in there, this would cause rain. If it was a creeper, it'd strike lightning at wherever I'm pointing at. Now we do need a thing to point at, and for that what I need is to put a bit of glass into my thing here. Hopefully I've got enough blood in there. I'm not sure exactly how much this takes. I can't see it being too much. There we go. Wasn't much at all really, was it? it gets us this thing called an unbound crystal. What I need to do first is right click that. Now it's bound to me. You always, everything with blood magic, you need to right click first. And then, in fact, let me just check how much I've got in the network. We'll see how much this costs to use this spell. So, 2,800, okay. And now what I need to do is just right click that onto the spell table. You'll see there it's now got coordinates of the spell table. So what I can do now is, let's fire in here. Right click, fires an invisible beam of light. So that 2575, so it's at 225 it took, so I can't use it loads. I've only got enough essence in there to fire 10 times. But it's a bit expensive. You can also put an apprentice blood orb in there, it'll fire as well. Let's find a mob. Possibly not the best, cleverest thing I've done. There's a creeper, it'll do. So look, 8 damage. So he's going to take 3 hits. There we go, I've got a ranged weapon. I'm going to use melee most of the time, but I wanted to have a ranged weapon on me. So there's that bit sorted. Now I think the Yara's hunting Enderman, so I don't think she wants the night going. Keyboard's falling to bits, I think. So I will, off camera, work on getting my blood altar to a tier 3. Then I can start doing. Rituals then, and that's going to change things a lot. So that's all I'm going to do with blood magic in this episode. So we've done our self-sacrifice runs, we've done our spell generator. I want to get onto the enchanting stuff now. Now, what I want to decide to do first is my mana steel pickaxe. So for that, we are going to want redstone. We are going to want. I started saying stone and glow funny. I don't know why. Obsidian and nearly all our emeralds, but this will pay us back in emeralds hopefully, and we're going to want some of the XP I've been saving. See, I've got 1700 things up there, so I've got a bit. The first thing we want to do is I'm going to have to cut because there's someone at the door. Okay then, here I am back again. I apologise for that. So what we want to do in here then is we need to start making books. And I'm going to start with emeralds, fortune 3. I've just set some of these berries so I'm up to 40 levels. So all I've got there is bam, there's a fortune 3 book. Wonderful. And now we are going to want another book. I made a couple more books. So I want 3 books in total here. And now what we're going to want in there. So 29 levels for efficiency 5. Yeah, is it 12 each? Yeah, so I need 60 of them in there. So 29 levels. I'll take a little bit of time to eat these. I have to make these liquefied, like so you can get them a level at a time. Makes it much easier. Now there's 30 levels. So 60 of them in there gets me a efficiency 5 book. And finally, I want 3 of these, I believe. I'm breaking 3 obsidian, wonderful. So 22 levels. Let's get to 22. 22. So once I've got all these books, I should no longer need any levels. Yeah, so I should be able to use my levels for something else. There is things that can consume levels. I've got Unbreaking 3, wonderful. So that's everything I need to make this axe into a bit of a special axe. So let's put them back there. So the next thing we're going to do then is get a way to put these enchants onto our axe. Now, I may go wrong with this. I've not done a great deal of research. I've had a little play around, but hopefully I'll do it right. So if we're looking here, enchanting with mana by utilising magical power emitted. Oh, blood moon, great. So I don't want to be outside during the blood moon, do I? By utilising the magical power emitted from mana pylons, a structure that can enchant items with books without consuming them. So that's the key there. Books without consuming them can be created, called a mana enchanter. Constructing one of these requires a fair amount of space and materials alike. So we need 17 obsidian blocks, 10 flowers, 6 mana pylons, and a lapis block. So So I have to make the mana pylons in just a second. The obsidian blocks I've put up there, the flowers I've already put up there. I'll show you them when I go up there. So I've just laid them out so I get it wrong, so I can do it quick on camera without having to make sure they're in the right place. So it's just easy to go from the corner there, just come up one gap and then put your flower down. So what we've got is flowers in the middle, flowers there, and there, and then above the flowers we've got mana pylons. I'm showing you the flowers there, look. And then lapis block in the middle. We need a wanderer forest, and we need some mana. Now, what I need to do then is I need to make a lapis block. I can hear with a cat. It's a blood moon. See the colour's gone weird. The moon's red. Mobs spawn more rapidly, they spawn closer to you. More bosses spawn. It's all a bit of a mess. Yeah, I was telling you earlier, wasn't I? I went to the Nether and there was a creeper just on the other side of my Nether portal. So it blew up and I went through and it put the portal out, so I had to go to Poppy and the Iris portal instead. So I went there, and then when I tried coming back, I saw a thing called a skeleton shooter. He had a rocket launcher, and he knocked me down. I wanted to kill him, but I didn't realise with a wither, and I died. So then I had to come back from Poppy and the Iris portal to get back to there. I was on half a heart. Oh, I'm on the flower, idiot. I was on half a heart of health for 10 minutes. I had to dig underneath my grave to get back to my grave because there was spiders all over the place in my grave. So it was all a lot of fun. Yeah. So what I've done is I've put a door. I put like an iris over my portal, and all it is 3 of the carpenter's doors, and I made some of this vanilla stuff. It's white stained glass, which is just 8 normal glass around the bone meal, and then white stained glass planes, which is something new from vanilla, and they look very nice. So yeah, every time we've had a blood moon, I've had to repair some of my base. Things keep blowing up. It's a bit of a pain, if I'm being honest. I'm not sure what a blood moon's giving to me. Right, I need a lapis block. Then we need some of these mana pools, and for them I'm actually going to have to go outside. So we need 6 diamonds. Not mana pools, mana pylons. So that's 12 gold and 12 iron. I'm nearly out of gold. I'm going to have to go hunting very soon. Right, I'm going to have to wait until it's daytime because I can't go out there and make stuff like mana steel in this. So I shall be back in a wee while. Okay then, the blood moon's gone. It's actually the day after the blood moon. Got started with it from the area. The next episode I do, I am going to be making an enhanced portal because I just had one delivered to me from Sanko portal starter pack, and it's got all the bits I need to make a portal. Wonderful. Poppy and Liara, the employees, CEO, owner of Sanko, which is across the world, over in the desert. There. So next episode, I shall be putting that portal together, and we'll go and visit them if they've got their portal up. So there we go. I've got a wonderful portal. Thank you very much, Liara. And I don't know where to put it yet though. So right, what I need to do first then is make some of these mana pylons. Now if we come up here, you'll see I've laid it out like the book said. I've got my 10 flowers around my obsidian. What I need to do, I'm not sure how much mana this is going to take. I'm going to leave that mana pool there because that may reach. I don't think this mana pool will reach. But this one's nearly full. As you can see, I've made a second lot of day blooms and nightshades. I do have to move on to some better generating flowers soon. I don't want to use... I've used fern lilies a lot before, but it works really well with blood magic. I don't really want to use fern lilies, and I forgot something. 6 mana diamonds. I forgot to bring a couple of petals. I need some mana petals as well. But, never mind, we'll do that in a minute. So, 6 mana diamonds, and then gold. I think I've done them the wrong way around. I have... They want to be there. They want to be there. No. Oh, it's terra steel, idiot. Not terra steel. What's it called? Mana steel. So let's throw my builder's thing on the floor. There we go. Right, try that again. pick you back up. Why didn't my thing pick that up? Strange. So, mana still there and there. There we go. So now I can make 6 of them guys. And the next question is, can I actually place these? Can I place these on top of flowers? Or will I have to break the flowers to place these and put them back? I can place them on top of flowers, wonderful. So I'm shift, sneak clicking them on top of there. Oops, not there. You hold the top. So 6 of these guys are on this. And now what we need is a lapis block, which I've put together, and that guy goes in the middle. Wonderful. And now, if this is right, if I right click with this, ooh, so that's become this mana enchanter. Very nice. And what we need to do now is we need to take the item that we want enchanting. So we're going with a pick, and I'm going to shift right click it. No, just right click it, not shift right click. Right click onto there, and then that will go and sit on there like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck these 3 books down. So I'll take my ring off for the time being. I'm going to sling them 3 guys on the floor, and I'm going to click again. Look at that. Ooh. So what I think I can do now is, because this circle is lit up, it means I can now take them away again. And what we need now is a mana source. Now what I'm going to try and do is make something else nifty. So if this works, that, well, it should work of course, that pick will get all these enchants and I get to keep the books. So all I need to do really is build up a library of 1 of each enchanting book, and I can do any enchants I want. So there's a couple of other things I'm going to make here. So I'll sling them books in there. I'll have a shelf for tools, 1 for armour, stuff like that. And I'm going to make a couple of these guys. That's what I need mana petals for. So let me quickly grab what colour shall I have? I'll get some from over there. So I need, let's have white ones. I need 4 white flowers then, 2 white flowers. Off we go. There's some creeper damage from the blood moon, or something damage. I don't know what exploded like that, but every time we've had a blood moon up to now, I've had to repair something afterwards. So 2 of them. Let's go with white ones, and become petals of course. Then if I throw them into there, they become mana petals. Wonderful. And now I can go back down there. Hopefully I've got enough mana in that pool there. If I haven't, then this thing I'm making now may have range to go from the other pool, but I don't think it will have. So if it is the case, I may have to cut and transfer some mana across. I'm making these guys called sparks. I make 2 of these because they work in pairs. Now later on, when we get the portal to Alfheim open, we can expand on the use of these, and they can be used to send mana about instead of mana spreaders. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 on top of there. There he is. He sits there like that. And now, hopefully, where's the other one gone? Oh, it'll be there. Yeah, there it is. When the inventory tweaks auto fills the bar, sometimes does it a bit weird. No. So that is not close enough. If that was close enough, that'd be sending the mana from that pool across to here. So what I'm going to have to do, I have to cut again. I'm going to get the mana out of this into another pool, bring it over here, possibly fill up my mana tablet in case that's not enough. I'm sure it won't take a full pool of mana just to do 1 thing though. But as you can see, that knows what it wants enchanting in it. I'll be back when we are ready to go. Okay then, I'm putting some mana back into there. I've moved the pool a bit closer. I don't think it's taking it because, yeah, because it needs either this or mana bursting. So what I'm going to do once that has got, that's not really there, that doesn't exist. Once that's got some mana in it. So that was about a third possibly. What we should do is we've put the spark top of here. There you go. And you see the spark is sending mana to the enchanter. Let's hope there's enough. And there's not. So let's stick that in there as well. I made a second mana tablet. I thought that was the easiest way of doing it. So what you should see is once this gets enough mana in it, it is going to It's going to do something. What's it going to do? If it's more than a full mana tablet, it's more than half a pool. There we go. Sweet. So I think that indicates it's done. So now if I right click on that, boom, we have got efficiency 5, fortune 3, unbreaking pick. Excellent. And I had to go and get an iron pick because I couldn't pick the mana pool up. Because I didn't have a pick, because obviously my pick was over there, wasn't it? So if we look at that, I'll follow you. I used quite a bit then. Let's say it's got a mana tablet, which is about half a pool, and then about another third. And there's about a third left, so use maybe about half a pool of mana for that enchant. So there we go. That is enchanting with Botania. That lets you keep your books and gets you a very nice set of gear. It's going to take a bit of time and quite a lot of mana. I really need to start looking at increasing my mana production. But for now, I'm going to say, as always, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go mine some obsidian fast because mining obsidian slow was actually killing me a bit. I'll put you there for now. And yeah, I hope I see you next time. Cheers. Bye.